We We got some fantastic news according to Kyle Shanahan on KNBR today. Christian McCaffrey should be making his debut against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Sunday. Kyle Shanahan said today that he's been awesome these last 2 days, so hopefully that continues to go. He said you never know for a setback or anything, but these 2 days have been great. Expect to see him out there. So all signs are pointing to the debut of Christian McCaffrey Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, this is what we've kind of been gearing towards. The reports have been saying this, and Kyle Shanahan pretty much made it obvious. If you listen to it today on KMBR, it was like, yeah, he is going to be starting on Sunday. So, or not starting, but playing on Sunday. So, fantastic news for Christian McCaffrey. The return is upon us. So, stay tuned. I can't wait for that. There was a little bit of injury news today. Malik Mustafa, he was added to the practice injury report today with the calf injury. Kyle Shanahan did say that they're going to have to get some tests, so maybe an MRI. So unfortunate news for Mustafa. Hopefully he can play. He was limited in practice today. But, the good news for the 49ers is they added Tashawn Gibson to the roster. Plug and play, a veteran. He knows the defense. It's not like he has to learn anything. He's been on this team before. So good news for the 49ers is they grabbed Tashawn Gibson. And if Mustafa can't play on Sunday, you just add Gibson in, and he can probably play like he hasn't missed a beat. So good news, Christian McCaffrey should be back Sunday. Bad news, Malik Mustafa. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Good news, Debo Samuel and Juwan Jennings are expected to come back on Sunday. Kyle Shanahan says they've looked good all week. They've been practicing, so that's a good sign. A couple other injury updates. Nick Bosa had a hip issue. He was limited in practice, so we'll see. Another guy that was limited today was Jordan Mason. He had a blue non-contact jersey. Yesterday, according to the reports, he was a full participant, and then today it was a little bit of a harder practice, so they wanted to go easy on him, so they put him in the blue non-contact jersey. So that's where Jordan Mason is right now in terms of his recovery. But again, the good news, Christian McCaffrey is expected to play Sunday. He even told Richard Sherman, according to his podcast today, he was floating out there that he could have played against the Dallas Cowboys, but the 49ers have been overly cautious. They want to be very careful. They don't want to hurt Christian McCaffrey, so they opted to give him an extra couple of weeks here. And again, he said he probably could have played against the Cowboys. Now, I'm glad he didn't, because we didn't necessarily need Christian McCaffrey against the Cowboys, and he got a few more weeks to rest and recuperate, and now he should be rocking and rolling against the Buccaneers. So again, Jennings, Debo should be back. Christian McCaffrey should be back. Jordan Mason, he was limited today, but he probably will play. You're not going to have to give him a whole bunch of carries if CMC's back and you have Isaac Correndo. Another injury here was, again, Nick Bosa. He was limited today with the hip injury. We'll see if he's going to have any issues tomorrow, but he's been dealing with some soreness here and there through the season. But, I mean, he's a tough guy. I'm sure Nick Bosa will be ready to play on Sunday, but he did have a hip issue. He was limited yesterday. He was limited today. So we'll keep an eye on this injury report as we get closer to Sunday. Tomorrow will be the official game day statuses, and Kyle will graciously go over those tomorrow, and we'll have those updates for you. But again, the big news of the day, Christian McCaffrey, he's expected to play and make his NFL debut this Sunday, NFL season debut this Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the reigning offensive player of the year. That's like a massive jolt of energy to this team. That right there was their trade deadline move, is they got Christian McCaffrey back. They didn't have to go make a big blockbuster, because the blockbuster was Christian McCaffrey's coming back after the bye, and all signs point to CMC coming back against the Bucs. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it's fantastic. The return of CMC is officially upon us.